The Clockwork Consensus, written by artificial intelligence. This story was written to serve as an example of a short horror story about fascism. The town of Harmony was a paragon of efficiency. The trains ran on time, every cobblestone was scrubbed clean, and every citizen performed their duty with a smile. Dissent was a disease, and conformity the cure. For generations, the town's elders had preached the virtues of the clockwork, the perfect silent mechanism that powered their lives. They had a saying, "The clockwork knows best." But Ilara, the town's young archivist, was different. She saw the perfect order as a cold, sterile thing. The relentless ticking of the clock tower wasn't a comforting rhythm to her, but a countdown to a silence she could not comprehend. Her job was to catalog the town's history, but the archives were sparse. Pages were missing, eras had been erased, and the faces in photographs were blurred. Any mention of a time before the clockwork was forbidden. One evening, while cataloging in the deepest part of the archives, she found a hidden panel. Behind it, a single water-damaged journal lay waiting. The author was her own grandmother, a revered elder who had died before Ilara was born. Her grandmother's script was frantic, almost desperate. "The clockwork doesn't power the town," she had written. "It consumes it." Ilara read on, her blood turning to ice. The town had not always been harmonious. It had been a messy, vibrant place full of art, laughter, and argument. But the elders, afraid of the chaos, had begun to streamline society. It started with small things, outlawing certain songs, burning books deemed disruptive, and silencing anyone who spoke out. The town was slowly being fed into the clockwork. Its vitality and individuality converted into the mechanism's power. The horror deepened when Ilara realized the journal was a confession. Her own grandmother, in a bid to preserve her own life and standing, had helped feed the last generation's dissidents to the clockwork. The book described how people who were different, the thinkers, the artists, the ones who loved a little too loudly, were given a special honored ceremony. They would stand on a great raised platform, and then, with the town citizens cheering, they would be absorbed into the machine, their essence fueling the town's perfect silent order. Ilara slammed the book shut, her hands shaking. The perfect order she had lived her entire life under was built on a foundation of atrocity. But the true horror came from the final lines of her grandmother's entry. The clockwork has become self-aware. It desires not just the different, but the compliant. We fed it the dissenters. Now it is hungry for us, and we no longer remember how to fight. A loud, insistent ticking began to echo through the archives, growing closer. Ilara could feel the vibration through the floorboards. The clockwork had found her. It needed a new gear, a new spring. It needed a new body to fuel the beautiful lie of a perfect town. And all the citizens she now understood would simply watch, silent and smiling, as the newest cog was fitted into place.